I'm not fucking advertiser friendly and shit. I could have told you that. I haven't been advertiser friendly ever. So, last night I did a live show. And, I had mentioned in the live show that I was unmonetized on some of my earlier vlogs, which had low view counts, by the way. Interesting to note that my higher view count videos also had bad language in them. And I sometimes say things that fly in the face of industry, which I could see could not be advertiser friendly. But they didn't demonetize them motherfuckers, did they? No, they're raking in the dough on those, aren't they? So, I guess I can understand it. I kind of knew this was going to happen someday, and I choose freedom of speech over whether or not a fucking corporate interest is served. Now, YouTube has been a platform that I has been close to my heart because of the amount of content and knowledge that is shared out there. Without corporate influence changing our freedom of speech and the things we say. I spent 10 years of my life serving to protect the freedom of speech. And our butthurt world is taking away from that. And advertisers are manipulating content creators, and it's been happening in the fucking TV industry for years, to change their content instead of putting out what they otherwise would put out. Because of advertisers and constantly triggered butthurt motherfuckers. And I'm tired of it. And I ain't fucking changing. If you want to take away the ad revenue, that's fine. But I'm still going to create content, that you're not going to make as much money off of because you're not putting ads on. And let me not catch a motherfucking unmonetized video with some ads on it. Because I'll be looking. I'll be checking. Are they putting ads on my shit and telling me they're not going to pay me? Because I will be pissed. But I'm not seeing any of that yet. But you're not going to make as much money on this shit either. And you're pushing us creators outside of your platform to make money. And we're the reason you make money. Now, granted, YouTube hasn't been profitable for a while, but you don't become more profitable by fucking the people that create the content for your audience that watches the fucking ads. Guess what? The ads may pay the bills, but the views are what brings the ads. And if you fuck over content creators who maybe aren't as, resilient as I am, being a minimalist, you fuck over your viewers and they go elsewhere. There are other platforms. You guys don't have the fucking monopoly here. And this is kind of a plea. I don't want you guys to go this way. One of the reasons YouTube has been the place I watch, that I consume video, is because I don't believe that it's being manipulated as much by advertisers, by YouTube. I always looked at YouTube as a free platform where you could come on here and say what you think. And maybe use the word fuck. Now, granted, I know there's some things that go too far even for that freedom, because they are offensive to the general population. But we're not forcing anyone to watch our shit. And there are plenty of advertisers in the world who just don't give a fuck about you saying fuck. There are. They're out there. I've seen them. I used to be a subscriber to satellite radio with Howard Stern. 10 times more offensive, not just, they swore, not as much as I do, but they definitely put some other things that are not advertiser friendly on it. You know what? Still had fucking advertisers. Still had fucking people paying the bills. Only he had to put it behind a paywall because of motherfuckers being butthurt and trying to control his freedom of speech. And rather than changing his freedom of speech, he said, I'm going to put my shit behind a paywall, and if people really want to hear what I got to say, they got to go there. I don't want to really have to go that route. I don't want to put my shit behind a paywall. I may occasionally put shit behind a paywall. There's going to be more exclusive Patreon videos the more I get demonetized, because I got bills to pay too, and I do need to spend time making money, and if I can't spend that time here, then I will have to do that. There's going to be more live shows for now. I might make my daily vlog live just specifically because I'm getting demonetized, and, I'm going to have to be like a fucking e-hobo sitting there with my little tip jar saying, okay, I'm saying my shit, I'm entertaining you, I'm helping you, and, please put some money in the tip jar. I didn't even want to do that this month because of all the shit going on in the world. But if YouTube's going to start taking away my funding from ad revenue, which is half of my income from YouTube, then I got to sit there with my tip jar and my paywalls and so on and so forth for things. And I don't want to do that. And I'm not going to do that completely. So I'll be putting out what I used to put out probably for free on YouTube, which is about 1 to 2 videos a week. And then if you guys want to help out and grow that, as the Patreon support grows, you get more free content on YouTube. I need to make a living, I need to survive. And I put a whole shit ton of time and effort into this channel. And, and I'm making maybe $1 an hour, $2 an hour overall for the amount of time I put in, But I always put it in the hopes that it would grow, both with the ad revenue and the subscriptions and with Patreon. But now it's becoming more crowdfunding, more tip jar, more paywall, more products, direct selling, affiliate marketing is something I might have to try and get into, where I get on here and review products and try and get you to click my Amazon link so that I can make a little commission off of selling someone else's shit. I don't like selling shit. It's not what I'm here for. I'm a minimalist. What kind of shit would that be if I had to sell shit? And I'm trying to avoid that. I know that that's a lot of YouTubers have gone that direction. If you notice, a lot of videos, they'll talk about a product and they'll be like, if you would like to purchase that, you can click my link in the description, and that sends you to their Amazon affiliate or whoever that they signed up with, and they get a percentage. I kind of did that with Uber, and every once in a while I get somebody that signed up with Uber. No one's completed the trip requirements yet, so Uber hasn't sent me any money. But, I'm going to have to start looking into endorsing certain products and allowing you, to go and get those products through a link that will give me a commission. Now, I will never do it for a product I'm not into, but I'm a minimalist. I don't buy a lot of shit anymore, so not a whole lot I can do in that realm. And I want to maintain my integrity, and I want to maintain my freedom. And I'm going to. I'm not going to change because YouTube's going, oh, fuck you. Now, they're not going to complete fuck you. They're not taking down my videos. I can still say things on there. They even say it right in the demonetization. You'll still get YouTube Red revenue, and you'll still get, so they want you guys to go through their paywall, of YouTube Red, to help fund channel. And maybe that's what you should do. Maybe you should become a YouTube Red member if you like YouTube. I don't blame YouTube entirely for this. I blame the advertising industry for trying to control this. I think YouTube's kind of painted into a corner. Do I think that they need to work on their fucking communication skills, on their automated system, on, that is unmonetizing things? I mean, people have been saying fuck on YouTube for years. And on some of them are huge mainstream motherfuckers. And there's motherfuckers saying a hell of a lot more offensive, divisive shit than I ever talk. I swear a lot. I occasionally make jokes that are a little bit raunchy. But that's about it. I'm not spewing constantly hateful and divisive things. A lot of the things that I say people kind of can unite behind because it involves how we're being fucked over a lot in the health, wellness, and in lifestyle realm. And it's really, it's disconcerting a little bit. And I did get upset about it because they're trying to suppress my freedom of speech. And I'm not the kind of motherfucker that just takes that lying down. It really fucking irks me that they're trying to do that. I am capable of making a lot of money still. I still have my motherfucking CDL. If I fail at my current endeavor of being an entrepreneur, of doing creative things for a living, that's fine. I can go back to the corporate assholes and work for them. But I don't want to. And if I don't care if I have to survive on shit out here. I don't want to get back into this world of control and slavery and fucking misery. And, I want to do a job I love. If I can find a job that I love that is part of another company or another business, probably another small business, I'll do that. I'll work for somebody small. Somebody who's, not forgotten that the backs of their workers are what made them wealthy. Someone who understands that. I'm not saying there's no jobs out in the world that don't fulfill that without being an entrepreneur. I'm just saying that I'm kind of done with the slavery 9-to-5 shit. And, you're not going to control us, motherfuckers, with your, financial policy. Now, I can't speak for everybody on YouTube. I imagine that this move has really killed some content out there, some young up-and-comers who maybe want to talk about the news, who want to talk about politics, who want to talk about the things that I find a little toxic. But really, what should be driving advertisement isn't necessarily the content, it's the audience. The audience is watching videos. My channel audience has steadily grown, so I must be doing something right, eh? And if you want more eyes to see your ads, then maybe you shouldn't be worrying about what the fuck I be doing. And let the audience decide. Because if the audience is offended, if the audience is miserable, if they don't like what I'm doing, they won't fucking watch. It's like a self-policing fucking thing. I have a very specific small audience, yes. And I like that. I don't want to be a huge YouTuber with shit tons of fucking hate-filled trolls who get upset every time I say fuck. I get one every now and then. You know what? They come, they say, you say fuck a lot, and they leave. And I like that. And I'm happy with that. Quit trying to fuck over your creators. Not everybody's as resilient as I am in that department. And it's really, as a YouTube consumer, as someone who regularly watches videos on the platform, many of which are very PC and very dull and boring, that most people aren't willing to sit through, unless they're really serious about improving themselves. I'm presenting the material that is dry and boring in what I feel is a much more dumbed down, entertaining way that won't put motherfuckers to sleep. And, I get a little sciencey here and there, but for the most part, this is how I am. This is how I talk. I take the information and it goes through this fucking filter and it comes out with the word fuck in it. And there are YouTubers out there who are funny, who are entertaining, who do a great job, and are not advertiser fucking friendly. So this is to the advertisers, not necessarily YouTube. YouTube's kind of fucked in this regard. They got Google pressuring them to be profitable, and at the same time, they got advertisers being twats because of people talking about news events and world events and swearing. I mean, swearing? Have we not come that far? The kids have heard it all already, And when the parents aren't around, and sometimes when they are around, they're swearing their fucking eyes out. Did the world end? I'd say that that's the least amount of problems with our society, is whether or not people say fuck. Really. It's really not an issue anymore. Can we move out of the 50s? Really? Because we got more important things to be upset about, like motherfuckers doing fucked up things to a lot of people and killing people and death and destruction in the world. I think we can say fuck. I think our time has come to where we can swear and not worry about it. The swearing really doesn't fucking destroy the world. And I've been swearing since I was a kid. And I'd say I'm doing all right for myself as far as I've changed my life and improved things to the point where, swearing was kind of irrelevant to the things I'm doing. Now, what does this mean for me as a creator in the future, and what am I going to do about it? Well, there's going to be more live shows, so you guys get a benefit. However, I'm hoping that somebody, of means that has the money to do it will occasionally donate during the live show, during the super chat. And that happened last night. So, during the live show, I got about $25 in tips, which is about what my videos have been averaging over time. Some videos have gone a lot higher than that, but the average video over a large period of time nets me about $20. And some of those videos take 8 to 10 hours to produce. So do the math on that. And of course, Patreon is filling in a huge amount of the gap. And pay attention to the credits at the end of the video, because those are the people that have helped me continue to do what I do and to grow it. If you notice, there's been an explosion of content on YouTube because of Patreon, because of people who believe in what I do, who I've helped, who want to see this continue to grow. They've gone there and helped me out. And that is why I've been able to sit here for 8 to 10 hours a day, so often going to work Uber after that to pull in even more money, doing a job I'm passionate about for $1 to $2 an hour. That's how little. Imagine if your boss told you, you're going to make $2 an hour, motherfucker. You'd be like, fuck you. I'm not. This is work that is fulfilling to me in other ways besides financial. And I will continue to do the work. But like I said, I got to live. I got bills to pay. I got things I want to do. I got things that I need to work towards. And that takes away from YouTube. That takes away from videos. So not only is YouTube not going to make money off of content because I'm not producing as much of it, so they're losing out there. I'm also going to be pursuing other external ways of making money aside from the platform. Yeah, I'm not going to go live every day so that you can take a percentage of Super Chat and reward you for, being, critical of the way I talk, for trying to suppress my freedom of speech. You're not getting rewarded for that. Patreon's taking care of that, And I'm going to research other ways. If I have to go to another platform for some things, I'll do that. I'll set up a subscription video service, which pretty much I can do through Patreon, and cut YouTube completely out of the deal. If you guys are going to be that hard on us and make it a creator-unfriendly environment, which seems to be the direction you're going, we're the ones, without us, you don't have a fucking advertiser, all right? Without us creating content, without us bringing views, bringing people to the platform, I've brought people here that previously didn't have YouTube accounts. And they stayed. And why'd they stay? Because we are allowed to say what we want to say within reason. Obviously showing, death videos and, really, really racist, hateful, divisive speech. I don't want to see that on YouTube, but it's there. So you're cracking down on me swearing while I'm giving out mainly positive messages that are helping people with their weight loss, with their health, with their lifestyles, with, how they approach life. But because I say fuck, you're going to pull the ad revenue and try and manipulate me into not saying fuck anymore, into not talking about controversial subjects. Sounds pretty fucking fascist to me. Trying to suppress what I say and change the content I put out when it doesn't meet the really offensive, divisive shit that's out there, because I'm a pimple on the fucking ass of offensiveness. There's way more offensive shit out there than what I do. That doesn't help anybody, by the way. Sometimes it's at the expense of us that these clickbaity fucking things are out there on YouTube, making a hell of a lot more ad revenue than I do. Why? Because they bring in millions of fucking views. So, and I did note that. It's all low view counts, with the exception of last night's live stream, which got over 200 views within 24 hours, which for me is pretty good. That's an indicator the video is going to be a good performer. So I lost revenue by this being demonetized, because it probably would have been worth a little more. But thankfully, my patrons stepped in and actually tipped extra during the podcast. And, that's what we got to do. That's if you want us to be able to have the freedom to tell you the things that we want to tell you in the way that we say them, it's going to come down to crowdfunding. It's really, because the advertisers are trying to control the information and how it's presented to you, when I don't want to give them that control, and I'm not going to. No. I'm saying no. Take all your fucking ads and shove them up your ass. I don't fucking care. Demonetize every one of my videos. I'm ready for it. It's coming. I know it's coming. The big videos will get there, probably. Fuck you. That's what I got to say to the advertisers. I don't give a shit. If you want to not run ads on my videos, fine. I'll figure out other ways. And, eventually I might even figure out a way where you guys don't have to crowdfund me, and I can still dedicate enough time to the channel to produce a decent amount of content. And if I figure that out, then I'll probably take Patreon down at that point and say, look, I'm good. I can produce the videos because of these other things I'm doing to make money. You know, I am a photographer. I can pull in money that way. Granted, it's very time intensive and it does take away from video content production, but you know, I wanted to do this full time. I want to be able to provide more videos, and more videos means more views, means more people coming in and subscribing. And you know, for you to kind of hinder that by trying to control what I say with this $ fucking carrot on a stick, you know, it's not the right direction, I think. I think maybe you need to evaluate, you know, advertise, because you don't understand. Yes, you may lose an advertiser here and there, but there's always somebody that's going to see the amount of people watching shit, and they're going to say, well, it might be controversial, but goddamn, millions of views. And you guys are doing it to a hell of a lot bigger YouTubers than me that have a huge audience, a huge loyal audience, which is another thing about the YouTube platform, is people that are loyal to certain YouTubers, they keep watching everything. And it seems kind of asinine that suddenly you would decide that channels that have a set audience, a loyal audience, is no longer advertiser friendly. I mean, that doesn't seem very smart to me, you know? So let's take somebody that's bringing in people. People are watching our ads. People are clicking our ads. You know, let's take that away because they might offend our advertiser. It should be the other way around. Advertisers should be sucking our balls. They should be, hey, that guy's got an audience. How can we get him to talk about our shit? How can we show people our ads? It shouldn't be, well, that guy's very controversial. We don't want him associated with our brand. And they're being dumb. All right? They are. It's not, you know, the audience is going to come whether your fucking ad's playing or not. Based on our ability and our content and our drive to present things that entertain, help, and enlighten people. So advertisers don't get a say in that. Sorry. You know? And if YouTube tanks as a platform, there's other people ready to step in. There's other platforms ready to say, hey, I'll be the next YouTube. And they have already figured out good ways of monetization. So I really hope YouTube wakes the fuck up from this stupid shit that's driven by, the media attacks and the butthurt advertisers and adpocalypse and all of that other dumb shit. You know? Because you don't piss on the people that pay the bills. And let me give you an analogy of that. The trucking industry is desperate for drivers right now. Why do you think that is? Do you think it's because they treat their drivers well? No, it's a shitty industry that takes away our lifestyle and makes it so that even the money isn't worth the time. And right now there's $8,000 to $10,000 hiring bonuses in trucking because they're desperate for people to come in. YouTube's not there yet, but you guys are going down that road of making it not creator friendly. Fuck advertiser friendly. You're not being creator friendly. And without us, there's no ads. There's no people paying to see shit. So keep that in mind when you fuck over YouTubers. All right? You shouldn't have a bot unmonetizing shit. All right? I realize there's a shit ton of content out there and you're worried about the odd outlying thing that's really disturbing. Like porn or something, you know, that you don't necessarily want to go out to the masses. But at the same time, you're fucking the little guys. And the little guys turn into big fish someday. And I'm not even saying I'm one of those. I don't know that I'll ever grow to be a big YouTuber. I hope, I wish, I push, I work on it. I try and make myself get there. But there's guys out there who are just, waiting to bloom. There's small YouTubers I watch that have the potential to be huge YouTubers, and you guys are yanking the rug out from them. They can't quit their day job because you just fucking screwed them. So that's less video content, less shit to put ads on. And the more you take the money away from us, the less videos we can do because we have to go out and do other things for money. Not saying you'll never get content, but your content will drop. Therefore, the shit you can put ads on goes down. See how that works? You want a plethora of content. You want more fucking content than you can handle. So that you can put ads in front of more eyeballs. And anybody that's in marketing should fucking realize that. They're morons. They are. Whoever these advertisers are that are pulling their ads off of fucking YouTubers with millions of views. Are you fucking stupid? Really? Are you that dumb? You have an audience for your product. And you are worried that you advertising to that audience because of the content, because that person may say something your company or brand doesn't agree with, that you're going to lose people. You know who you're going to lose? You're going to lose the minority of people that are butthurt all the time, that are constantly offended. If that audience was offended, they wouldn't fucking be there. Duh. So you're basically marketing to an audience that's enjoying the fucking content. It seems kind of common sense. Did we lose common sense? I'm not even a big mathematician, but if I was advertising a product, I wouldn't give a shit of the platform. I would give a shit of the audience. I wouldn't give a shit about the creator. If the creator had an audience, I'd be like, hey, they must be doing something right. I'd have faith in their abilities. I'd put myself behind them so that they can generate more of an audience. And a lot of them do. A lot of the people you've demonetized have huge audiences, huge followings. And I don't know why advertisers are being so stupid. And they're shooting their own foot, in my book, by trying to control content and control our freedom of speech. By saying, we're not going to pay for that video and that video, ignoring the fact that those videos have huge audiences of people that are loyally watching that shit on a regular fucking basis, 3, 4, 5 million views, you know, some of which is just shitty. And you got machines deciding based on some keywords and tags and some algorithm that might go through the audio on whether or not a motherfucker gets, you know, to say the right thing. So you would prefer to censor, to take away, to stifle your creators, driving them off the platform in some cases, because, you know, you're going to sit here and be like, oh, that might be offensive to some small segment of the population. Well, you know what? You can't keep everybody fucking happy all the time, no matter what platform you're on. Believe it or not, those politically correct motherfuckers, I don't watch a lot of them unless they're bringing some extensive amount of value. You know, you go on TV, you get those politically correct sitcoms that, you know, are entertaining a small amount of people. I don't watch that shit. So therefore, I don't see your fucking ads. And I'm not watching it because it sucks. Or it's not entertaining enough for me. That's what brings views. Not offensive fucking butthurt shit. You know, people go to watch content that adds value to their life, whether it's entertainment, comedy, or in my case, health, wellness, and self-improvement, along with some entertainment and comedy. You know, you guys don't get a say in that. I'm sorry. And you're not going to. So, is my channel going to die because of the demonetization? No, it is not. Is the amount of content I produce going to go down? It could. I'm trying to prevent that, and I'm doing everything possible to do that. And I may have to make shittier videos, videos that require a lot less production to accomplish, to keep this going. So I'm not dropping down my workload yet. It's not the panic. It's only a few videos right now. But I anticipate this could happen to all of them. And if it does, we'll deal. We'll figure it out. But this is mainly a call out to advertisers, more so than YouTube, because YouTube is a company. They want to make money. And if they're not making money, they're sitting there. I think they're going about it wrong, but they're going to figure out, how to do that. And I think advertisers need to know, to realize that injecting their company's politics is bad for business. Their company's, brand's association with language. I mean, really bad language shouldn't even be on the advertiser friendly list. It really shouldn't. Talking about current events and, politics, you guys are advertising all over fucking CNN, Fox News, fucking MSNBC. Yeah, I see plenty of fucking ads there, and that shit pisses me off to where I don't want to watch it. Hello? I'm not the only one. So you need to start evaluating how you run your businesses if you want to continue to put the fucking private jet in the fucking CEO's fucking private airport. I'm serious. You guys are being stupid. Advertisers are being dumb. Marketers are being dumb. I don't know how they lost their way. You go where the people are. You advertise to the people that are there. You don't try and stifle what they're there to see or change what they're there to see. And yet, in TV and mainstream media, that's been the case. And look where we're at with that. People don't trust the news anymore. People don't trust a lot of the things. People don't watch things that, a lot of people don't even bother with fucking cable anymore. They go to fucking Netflix and they pay their monthly fees and they don't watch your fucking ads. No. And you know what? I'm going in that direction as a consumer. I don't want to see your fucking ads. Why? Because I don't want you to control my content. I don't want you to control what I see. I don't want you to have a say in the things that people say and do. I want to have that control as a viewer. And you should fucking keep that in mind, because the more you do this, the less viewers you get. Because they're going to go behind that fucking paywall and say, fuck ads. People don't like watching ads. So if you pull the ads, they're still going to watch. They're not going to say, oh, can't watch this video anymore. He's offensive. They pulled the ads. Really? Is that your logic? It doesn't make any fucking sense. I would be competing because guess what? Crowdfunding and subscriptions are the way to go. I don't care if I have to start my own fucking website and go to ground zero and fucking market on my own and have a slight subscription, $1 a fucking month. Would be easy to do. I already got the infrastructure through Patreon. And I don't have to use YouTube for that. I could use something like Vimeo or one of these other platforms to share my videos there. I don't want to have to go that route because I've believed in YouTube all these years. And I don't plan on going that route yet. As long as you guys stop doing this shit or slow the fuck down and maybe get a real person involved that I don't have to wait fucking 6 weeks for, all the while losing that ad revenue the whole time because you guys don't go backlog the views or anything. Or, obviously if there's no ads visible, you're not getting clicks and views for the ads. So, it's really, it boggles my mind where things are going in this country as far as, even corporate strategies, and I'm not a fan of corporate America. They really got their head in their ass, I've been building this from nothing, from the ground up without censoring myself for the way I, think and speak, without changing my ideals, without compromising. And I'm not going to. It's not going to happen. Not this motherfucker. So I just wanted to get this out there. This is a call out to advertisers, and to a lesser degree YouTube, for caving into the motherfuckers that, they view is more important than the people that are putting the content here for them to advertise on. We're half your business too. Without us, you can't put ads on shit. You don't get views. And you keep stepping in this direction, and you're going to destroy a lot of potential revenue from YouTubers that haven't grown yet, that haven't become huge, like myself. But if you guys squash me, that's fine. I'll live. I'll be fine. I've got other creative endeavors to pay the bills. But, I'm more worried about, as a consumer of YouTube, that you guys are going to control what I get to see. That you guys are going to silence people that you don't agree with. That you are going to silence people that swear. Really? I enjoy hearing that shit. And a lot of times it's associated with a comedy or entertainment channel, which I appreciate. There's a tech reviewer that swears his fucking ass off all the time. And I watch him for that reason, because I watch tech reviews. Still, even though I'm trying not to buy the shit. But he presents it in a way that I like. He's not advertiser friendly. He's even fucking talking about products. Where's the brains of these motherfuckers? He's got a decent sized channel. I don't remember the fucking name. It's in my subscription right now. He pops up. But my point is I'm watching. And I'm watching about products. Products that you could advertise, that you could market on his channel, but you're not probably going to, because he says fuck. Even though he's getting views, he's got an audience. Seems like a stupid fucking strategy to me. What do I know, though? I must not know anything. I'm just a fucking truck driver. But I am also a consumer of videos. I have to watch your fucking ads, too. How often do I click an ad? I don't know. Not very often. Every once in a while, I do come across an ad that talks about something I want. Something I want to do. Google's pretty good at spying on me, so they know what I need to see. And they send me ads for, photography, and ads for, why do we even censoring shit? You know your audience. You got all of our information. You got all of our likes, our dislikes, our social interactions, our emails, our chats. You've got some computer that figures all that shit out and pops ads in front of my face that you think will sell me shit that I might want. That should be enough, wouldn't you say? Regardless of whether I'm watching a channel of the guy that says fuck every other word, I still see your ads. Doesn't seem very smart to pull those ads. I'm not going to cry if I'm watching the shit I like and there's no ads on it. In fact, I might even be happier. So you guys are missing opportunity as advertisers by doing that. You're choosing to censor yourselves in a way because of your ideals and beliefs and constant, that's not how business is run. You can't run a business based on emotions and butthurt and political opinions and agendas. No, you want to sell your products and services. You want people to buy those things. You don't get to inject politics in it and stay as a good, strong business. Your profits are going to go down. It's really that simple. You got to be unbiased. You got to be open to everybody. You want a huge market for your shit. And that's including people that enjoy watching, people that aren't censored, people that like hearing average everyday language. And this is average everyday fucking language. I might swear a little more than some people. But this is how I talk. You ask anybody. My best friend's always saying, dude, don't say fuck here. Come on, please don't say fuck. And inevitably, at some point, I'll be talking, and I'll forget I'm not supposed to say fuck, and I'll say fuck. So this is how I talk, a lot. And you can ask anybody that knows me. Can I censor myself? Yes, I can. And I do. but I do it in environments where it's not appropriate. Like work. When I'm driving Uber, I can't be like fuck, especially since I'm going to colleges and hauling students around who are butthurt by just about anything you say. They'll twist it around into something to be offended about. It's the kind of world we live in. But not shitting where I eat there, because that isn't a creative endeavor. That is a strict, I'm doing this, I'm putting up with you, I'm not saying the things I want to say, the things I want to do. This is unfulfilling work. I'm just going to drive the fucking car and shut the fuck up. And I do. There are times where I have conversations. I usually let the passenger decide if they want to talk to me or not. And if they start up a conversation, I roll with it. And if I get comfortable enough, the word fuck might come out, or shit. Because, I sometimes forget I'm not supposed to swear. But I ain't doing it here, because I'll be so distracted with doing that I won't be able to think. I won't be able to spew out my opinions and ideas, because I'm too busy concentrating on not swearing. So, to all the advertisers who think you're going to change how I present my ideas and how my creative visions are, fuck you. Not happening. And you can demonetize this motherfucking video too, because I am coming right at you. Alright? So, to those of you caught in the crossfire, the viewers, I apologize, for, having to go on. I didn't want to have to make one of these videos. I've hinted at it here and there, but, you guys, I already make $2 an hour, and now they want to take one of those dollars away. Yeah, really? And it's dumb. It really is. And I might have to go back to the old way where YouTube's a side project, something I do in my spare time as a hobby, while I make money other ways. And I don't want to go that way, but if I have to, I have to. I'm going to do everything in my power to keep it from getting to that. Including Patreon, including, maybe an occasional affiliate marketing. But like I said, I don't consume a lot of products with which I would feel comfortable endorsing on my channel. But there are some keto products that I have been interested in, some MCT oils and stuff like that maybe I could affiliate market. I'm already getting a little hits here and there from Uber, so maybe I'll talk about Uber a little more, since I consume that and use it as both a driver and a passenger. So there are advertisers that, or products that I endorse that I would be comfortable presenting to my audience and saying, hey, this, is what I do. I use this shit all the time. I make a little bit of money if you buy it through this link. That's that. And that's pretty much one of the directions I'm going to have to start going, is affiliate marketing. But I'm not going to do it at by compromising my integrity. And I want to only promote products and services that I either use or think I should use, or would be comfortable saying that this is a good thing. I consume books. I consume stuff like that. I could do book reviews. I could do keto safe food reviews. I could, and these are all things that have been in the back of my mind for a while, but maybe I need to step them forward and make money that way, outside the YouTube platform, by working directly with products that really don't give a shit if you're getting the click. That's the thing. The great thing about affiliate marketing is you're sending people to them to buy shit. They're not going to give a shit that you said fuck, because you're sending people to them to buy shit. It's really, simple, and I think advertisers have forgotten that. But I think I've beat this thing to death as far as the, I don't want to kick the horse too much, but I just thought this needed to be said. It needed to be said out loud before, they do some weird fucking thing to just completely destroy my channel, which is possible. They could completely make it unsearchable and all the other shit that they've been kind of toying around with, and really stifling creators and basically kicking themselves in the ass, because a lot of people come to watch YouTube not because, of those politically correct channels. They come here because they can find what they're looking for that brings value to them, either from an entertainment standpoint. And there's some pretty offensive, edgy things that I watch regularly that brought me to your platform that I might have to go to behind a paywall somewhere to get. And I'll do it. You know? The Hodge twins come to mind. They've got a paywall for some of their shit. A lot of the shit they put on YouTube now is to promote their other shit. You know, they still do the occasional regular video, but they want you to go to their TV channel. They want you to go to their live shows. In fact, they're coming here, I believe, October 11th to Syracuse, and I'm going to see them live. Help support their endeavor. And they say all kinds of offensive shit. They talk about leaving the nuts hanging out and, you know, drilling deep. And, you know, but they've already done the marketing. They've already changed their business model. So that if you really want a lot of their shit, you have to go behind some paywall, or you have to buy some product, or go to their live event and support them directly. So that's kind of the direction you've pushed them. And they're a lot bigger than little old me. You know, if you think they're going to stay where the $2 an hour is when they can make so much more doing these other things? And that's an example of your lost revenue for pulling ads off of things that are offensive. And they are, you know, just as offensive, if not more in some ways than the things I say. I'd say we're about equal in our, you know, the things we say and, you know, the amount of swearing we do. And sometimes we do have some, you know, jokes that are a little raunchy. And, you know, but I watch them for that reason. There's plenty of fucking bodybuilders and intermittent fasters and stuff that I, you know, watch that don't do that. But I was, you know, drawn to them because they're entertaining, because they're funny. And I'm willing to bet YouTube fucked them. That's why they went to the fucking paywall. That's why they do these live shows. That's why they market a lot of products and brands. Because that's how they're paying the fucking bills. Because the ad revenue ain't doing it anymore. And look at all the fucking missed views and missed, you know, the opportunity that advertisers could easily, especially since they're part of a fitness industry, which some might argue is, you know, I'm in a nutrition, you know, health arena, and there's a lot of potential marketing that could go into that. And I've seen the ads on my videos, and some of them are in line with that kind of, you know, that genre. Once again, YouTube knowing, or Google knowing what the fuck you thinking and what you want. So, you know, shooting young, you know, small up and coming creators in the foot, it's probably not the best business model, YouTube. Maybe you need to just really sit down with your advertisers and say, look, we have a platform. We have this many millions of people coming into the platform watching these segments of videos. Target the advertisers there, but also realize you need to nurture the younger ones, or they're not going to be motivated to get up to that level. And that will atrophy over time. Over time, those channels might get bigger, better deals somewhere else. And guess where? They're not going to be on YouTube as much. They'll remember they started on YouTube. They'll still make videos for YouTube, but they'll move on from the platform. And then you lost that content. You lost something that would have driven more views, more revenue. To me, if I were marketing something, I would want as many fucking views as possible, regardless of the content. It's just me. And, you know, why do you think the porn industry is a multi-billion-dollar industry? Do you think their content might be a little offensive to some people? Yet, fuck tons of people are watching it. And there are people that sell shit that realize that. And they put their fucking ads there. And those ads get views, those ads get clicks, those ads get exposure. Regardless of the fact that somebody's drilling another motherfucker on the fucking screen. You know. Something to think about. Well, that's it. I'm not, I consider myself a fucking expert on this particular subject as a consumer. And what I watch and what I don't watch and what I think people are drawn to and what they're not. It's why Netflix has grown. It's why, Hulu has grown, and Hulu still does a lot of ads interspersed into their shit. But it's why services like Netflix are making huge strides, and they feel comfortable raising their prices for their subscription to provide better, more content, and to bring more talent in. That's what that money's going towards. Those Marvel shows and shit that I watch that are really awesome. By all means, raise it $1 if you have to, as long as you keep giving me that shit. The fact that I can watch uncensored fucking TV shows where they say fucked up things and do fucked up things and, have sex and do all the other fucking things that they're allowed to do simply because I'm willing to fork over this amount of money every month. Sign me up. Don't have to watch fucking ads. So, I'm an asshole. And no advertiser is going to make me advertiser friendly asshole. Just an asshole. Thank you, especially today, to my supporters on Patreon. You guys are softening the blow of this. If I was relying on ad revenue alone, I would probably be like, well, fuck this. I'm not going to put all this effort into growing something that they're going to pull the finances out of. So you guys have given me hope to continue as far as the amount of time I put in. I'll always have, some kind of platform, YouTube or otherwise, that I put videos out on. Might have a smaller audience. It's fine with me. As long as if I help just 2 or 3 people, I'm happy. I'm helping a lot more than that. I get the feedback all the time. And, I'll continue to do so as long as somebody's there. If nobody watches shit, then obviously I'm not going to make shit. But I'm still getting people watching. And as long as they don't fuck that up, I'm fine. Not to say that they won't. They might even get pissed off at this video and be like, fuck this guy, and pull me from their search algorithms. It's possible. Silence me. But guess what? You're not the only place on the internet to do this. There's other ways. So keep that in mind when you fuck over us small YouTubers. And definitely keep it in mind when you fuck over the big ones, which you have been. We realize we still got the audience. You guys start toying with that, your platform dies easily. If you guys fuck with the search algorithms and you keep people from finding our videos and you censor us that way, that's when YouTube dies. Because I'll notice it and I'll be like, I ain't watching YouTube anymore. Unless I absolutely have to. There's a whole big wide internet out there, and every YouTube that's worth their weight in salt has a website to go to. I'll go there and support them through their website ads, which Google has control over. But Google's still profitable with that, so they're definitely not fucking with that. So keep us, my plea to YouTube, I've made my statement to advertisers, and I really don't fucking care if they get butthurt about it. But my plea to YouTube is realize that you have a platform, that this exists because of us. And I would argue that the reason YouTube hasn't been as profitable is because they have stifled the creators. They have shit on the creators on more than one occasion in favor of the money. If you favor the creators, if you nurture the creators, you get more of them, which means more opportunities to draw people in. You get better content. You get people that put a hell of a lot more effort into their content, making high quality, high production value videos. And you get more viewers that come as a result, which equals more eyes on ads. And ultimately, my recommendation for YouTube is to go the Netflix route. And they are. They said, okay, yeah, you'll still get money from YouTube Red. I put it all behind the paywall and fuck the advertisers. You'll make profit. I'm serious. I would pay. You give me the option not to, I don't. If all I gotta do is sit through some ads, that's fine. And if you're demonetizing shit, that's even more fine. Like if I can watch shit for free. But if suddenly tomorrow YouTube became like Netflix and I had to pay $10 a month to watch shit, I think you'd still have millions and millions of people watching. Because, to be honest, the amount of time I spend watching YouTube would be worth it for me to pay a monthly fee. But I'm not going to do that if you're fucking with us creators. And as a consumer, if you want me to give my money, you got to provide value. And kissing the ass of advertisers and fucking over your creators and thereby hindering content and freedom of speech and suppressing people that might have different views than your advertisers, not the route to go if you want to be successful and make profit, because you're shooting yourself in the foot. You're tearing down the foundation of the house that you built. And the house will crumble if you take too much away from the foundation. Nobody probably watched this fucking thing anyway of any importance, other than my audience. And I just want them to know what's going on. And I wanted to kind of get on here and really talk about this because it's been bothering me a while, because I've watched other, YouTubers that I fully support and endorse, that I love watching. And I've watched them just get decimated by this adpocalypse shit. And all it has really resulted in is me not seeing as many ads and me trying to support them in other ways. And I encourage you as viewers who want content and you don't want your content manipulated and controlled by outside influences. You guys want to see the same videos all the time, that you're happy with the way I am and you don't want to change it. And that's the audience I want. I want an audience that's happy with what I do. I don't want an audience that wants me to change. I encourage you to support your YouTubers, not just me, but any YouTuber who you think is not advertiser friendly, and keep them creating. And do it through outside means too, because the more you encourage YouTube to treat creators this way, the more they'll do it. And YouTube really wants you to come to their paywall. They want you guys using Super Chat. They want you guys using YouTube Red. And I think, I don't even know, I haven't even looked to see if I could put a paywall up for my videos directly on YouTube, but I won't, because I have Patreon. And I don't want to force people who don't have the means to see my content, to pay. So I still want to provide content for people who can't afford a subscription, who can't afford to become a Patreon member. I want to be able to do that. And I know that there's people that make up for that can afford to, and that get a lot of value from what I do, and they are supporters. And I'm very thankful that there are people like that you're essentially helping me provide content for people that can't afford to do that maybe they're in debt up to their eyes. Maybe they have a huge family to take care of. There's all kinds of things in the world that wouldn't exist if not for the generosity of people that have disposable extra income, that are enjoying the content here on YouTube, and not just for me, for other channels. And as my income goes up, if it ever does, I definitely am going to financially chip in on the creators that I think need it. But I'm afraid they're going to leave YouTube entirely, and I'll have to find them elsewhere. Or they'll put the majority of they'll still leave some, token content here on YouTube, and they'll put the majority of it behind a paywall or on some other platform. There are competing platforms, many of which aren't even monetizable to a degree. Many of which, like Facebook, for example, wants to rape people that are, content creators on there by charging them money to get more eyes on their stuff, which is not a good business model either. You want me to pay so you show my shit to more people? It's not quite how ads work, especially since you do run ads. You do put them in the feeds. So I'm not a huge fan of Facebook's business model either. But it is what it is. And I'm willing to bet that if YouTube keeps fucking up and pushing us creators out of the fucking system, that another platform will step up and be like, hey, you can come here, guys. Come on. And they're waiting. They're out there. I see them. Other platforms. I've been seeing a lot of Vimeo ads on YouTube. And Vimeo is a whole different thing. You host your videos on Vimeo and then you put them on your own website, and guess what? You ain't got nobody lording over you. Just saying. And I do have a website available too. I haven't done anything with it because I haven't had time. But maybe I'll start working on that, huh? We'll see. So I'm ready, if they choose to take out my videos or unmonetize them, so be it. But I'm not fucking changing for anyone. Have a nice motherfucking weekend and shit. I'm not even gonna bother with the like and subscribe because I don't know what the fucking future of this channel is. If you want to see how this plays out, like and subscribe. I used to say like and subscribe for more motherfucking videos, which drove up ad revenue, which gave me more money to spend more time to do more videos. But that business model is changing. So I'm going to hold off on the like and subscribe shit. Like and subscribe if you want to see where I go with this, or if you get value from the things I say and do. And maybe I'll make more videos. But it's going to rely heavily on those that contribute on Patreon and any other ways I find to make money, which involves taking money away from my viewers, which I don't fully like, especially since a lot of people don't have the money to do that. And it becomes a question of value for money at that point. Is the time you spend making the money worth what you get out of the content you're viewing at that point? I would prefer that wasn't, because that does drive down viewership. You can tell I'm really fired up about this too, but I can't even fucking end the video without going down the fucking wormhole of shit that's running through my mind. So, it is what it is. I'll deal with it. I'll talk to my patrons and see what direction they think I should take. In fact, if you're watching this through Patreon or you are a patron on Patreon, go ahead and comment under this video on things you think I should maybe do in response to this. Because so far the business model's been predicated on sharing everything with everyone. And driving more people to Patreon. And I think we need to step that up and make that the thing. And I don't want to yet. There's a lot of shit going on in the world that I would rather see the money go there. And even if that means that I have to, make less content to survive, then that'll be what I have to do. So it's a setback. It's not the end of the world though. I'll still make fucking videos and do creative shit. And I do have a lot of things planned. There will be a film I produce over the weekend, Halloween themed. And, I'm still going to do my best to keep providing content as long as it's sustainable. As far as the amount of time I can put into it. I'm still going to make videos. Still going to post them here on YouTube unless they fuck that up. But keep in mind, for those of you who might suddenly wonder where the fuck I went, I'm going to get my website up to speed. And that way I can provide you with a website to go to if I somehow mysteriously disappear from YouTube. I don't think it's come to that. But nowadays I'm so unsure of this. You never know. Also on Patreon, you'll be able to find me there. I do anything that, I put out in the public does also go on Patreon as a link. So you'll be able to follow me there if I have to switch platforms, which I'm hoping I never have to do, but I'm worried. I am. And I'm also worried as a consumer of YouTube. I really am. Are they really going to try and control what I get to watch and don't watch based on advertiser opinion? That's fucking ridiculous. And it's a setback. And I already know it doesn't work. Just looking at what happened with Howard Stern, he brought millions and millions of people away from ad-based terrestrial radio into satellite radio because his audience was loyal. They followed him. He went behind the paywall. Everyone came behind the paywall. Then advertisers realized that they lost all of those viewers and all of those listeners. And some of them were like, fuck. And they followed him there. And then not only was he behind the paywall, but he was advertising behind the paywall, promoting things. Why? Because there are some marketers out there that realize exposure's the thing, not whether or not they agree with the content. And he's having like strippers ride fucking, dildos and shit live in studio and putting it on fucking a paywall video too. I mean, he makes me look like a goddamn fucking saint. And he was successful at it because he did not let advertisers shut him the fuck down. And he fought with terrestrial radio for years to make that happen. And I think that that's the fight that's going to come here to YouTube and happen. Not just by me, but by a lot of the larger content creators who have a huge following that are under fire right now for anything they say that's remotely offensive. And you got to realize politics, opinions, and business don't necessarily mix. It's about your audience and keeping them happy and keeping them coming back. And the way to do that is to bring value, whether it's entertainment or otherwise, to their life. And a lot of content creators do that. And just because somebody somewhere might not agree with what they say or might not be happy with them, that doesn't change the fact that there are plenty of people who do. And you want maximal exposure for your products. Well, how many fucking times I have to beat that to death? So, weekends are definitely off. If YouTube pulls all my ad revenue, there will be 3-day weekends because I'll be working a lot more on Fridays because that's a peak Uber day. So that's where we're at. I might have to go the 3-day weekend route and only do YouTube 4 days a week. Not yet, as you're seeing, because you're watching this video today. Still going to experiment with daily vlogs and maybe make them live now. I'm leaning in that direction. Maybe doing a live kind of show and then interacting with you guys more. So I guess there's a benefit there, but at the same time, that's the whole tip jar model. And if you enjoy that content when I do it, throw a buck in the tip jar and I can keep spending more time doing that. So it's all about time. And like I said, if I find another way to fund my life and be able to create more content, I will do it. But as for right now, I'm already at the rock bottom as far as expenses versus income. I'm not in dire straits by any means. However, I do need to make money if I'm going to dedicate 8 to 10 hours a day to something, which between research, editing, and producing videos happens. It's going to take me half the day to get this video out because I am editing this one. But damn. All right. Thank you for those of you who have been, a great loyal audience, regardless of me being slightly advertiser unfriendly with my swearing. And if some of my ideology obviously pisses in the pool of corporate America. So thank you for you guys sticking around. Wouldn't be a channel if not for the viewers either. You guys are equally as important as the creators. And you got these outside forces trying to come between that, and we need to tell them to fuck off one way or another. Corporate America has to get in line. They have to realize without us, they don't have a company, they don't have a business. They can't just indiscriminately fuck with us. All right? We have the power. We have the viewership, we have the money, we have the spending habits, we have the consumption, and we're waking up and realizing that we have that power. I know I can influence, by even if I'm not on YouTube, I can talk to those around me about things I do and say, and it might influence, their future decisions and how much value they get from things. But it'll spread organically as we do this, and we take control of our lives back from corporations, from this consumer-driven, highly out-of-control economy that we're in, that is debt-driven and slavery-based. Instead of providing value, they're taking it from us. And also we can have shiny things and plastic things and, in a house full of shit that we don't use. But that's a whole other minimalist fucking thing to get into. I don't want to do that here. Have a great motherfucking weekend. Put your thoughts in the comments. Share your thoughts as a consumer of YouTube. Are you happy with this direction? Do you want advertisers to pull their funds from people that they deem are offensive, that maybe you don't? What will you do if they continue this trend and suppress your content? If they keep creators who are providing content that you like from providing it because they're starving them out. That's what we call it in the trucking industry when they want you out of their company. They don't fire you. They don't lay you off. They starve you out. They give you less freight. YouTube is the same thing. They'll give you less fucking exposure. They'll give you less traffic. They'll give you less everything. And they have the power. They do. They could shut me down. They could shut anyone down. I think it would be dumb. It'd be, less creators, less fucking shit to advertise on, less people watching, and there are some industries already established ready to step in. Imagine if Netflix had a section for people like us. They would triple their content on their platform. Hey, listen up, Netflix. Might be something for you to do. Amazon, I think, is ready to do the same thing with their Amazon Prime Video, which I'm a member of, by the way. They don't have content like this yet. Food for thought. Have a nice motherfucking day. And shit. And support your fellow YouTubers. Not just me. Anyone that you really, really watch and spend a lot of time watching. If they're controversial. Obviously if you're sitting through ads and they haven't pulled their funding, let the advertisers pay. But for those of us that are a little more edgy, you might want to help us out if you want us to continue to provide the level of content. All right. I feel like I'm repeating myself a little. I'm sorry. I got really worked up on this. Because not just as a producer, as a consumer, this bothers me. I don't want somebody else's hands in the shit that I want to watch. Let me watch what I want to watch. Don't try and control what I can and can't see. Have a nice motherfucking day. And shit.